Here's a setup that I'm fairly happy with. It is a night light. Just enough light to see what you're doing around a room. Partially illuminating things on tables and such. What I'm doing a little bit differently is that I've replaced the potted ferrite choke with a standard inductor. So it's nothing specialized about this circuit. Got your little coil, and it's almost dead center. With its wire shortened, which I've found reduces the output of the circuit. When you have a nice long pigtail on it, it seems to have better output. But I also charged my battery right up. Those experiments that I did before, my battery was actually quite low. So my draw was quite low. When I charged my battery right up, it went up to 13 volts. And initially I was struggling at getting anything to happen for under 100 milliamps. Because my battery was now full charge, more voltage, more draw, all that, right? The two small capacitors, I have one microfarad and then a 22 nanofarad, and that's just for smoothing, to get rid of the flicker. You actually cuts down on your draw, but it also cuts down your light slightly, but it's nice to have it so that it doesn't flicker. And let's turn on this light here. That is got 26 milliamps. It's measured through a 1 ohm resistor, which is actually reading 1.03 ohms, but close enough. And then it's also going through my ammeter to sort of verify that there's same reading kind of thing. By changing the inductor value that ties into your collector, you can set your draw. Now, if you go too low, it won't oscillate, and you run the chance of burning out your transistor. So don't go too low. Like if you try 9 microhenries or something, it might not work. But 16 will, and 22 is what's in the schematic as outlined by Jonnydavro. And just for fun, I bumped it way up. As you can see, you probably wouldn't think it, but it's running right now. 1 milliamp. I'll show you that. I'll turn the light out because you can't even tell. As you can see, it's actually oscillating. So with this amount of light, of course, in the video camera, you know, it looks terrible, and it is. But if it was close to the light switch, then you'd see the light switch for 1 milliamp. So I changed my inductor again. I'm burning 35 milliamps. A single bulb. It's a new inductor. Of course, got more light. Put 2 bulbs that are daylight, and I've noticed that this circuit will adjust to the different chemistry of a light bulb. So it went from 35 milliamps up to 40 when I added 2 bulbs. Now if I added one single daylight, it would probably just go to 42, but it would be, one bulb would be a little brighter. Okay, so now I drop down to 14 microhenries, and I'm running 2 daylight tubes, and my draw is 47 milliamps. That's some good light that comes off of that. Now I'm actually able to see, you know, what the smaller objects are. You know, if my coffee was sitting anywhere in the room, I'd be able to look around and see exactly where it was. And